Now that you have learnt about the various shooting modes and the controls on your digital camera, it is time now to become familiar with the shooting menu available on a digital camera. The shooting menu gives us various options to select from when we are taking photographs. Let's go over to Mr. Desikan Krishnan, who is going to explain these to us.
Press the menu button, you will get this window. The first one, which is the shooting menu. Scroll down, you will come to image quality. You will come to image quality. Press on image quality, you will have all this. You will have JPEG basic, JPEG normal, JPEG fine, RAW plus JPEG basic, and all the other combinations. What you would be shooting most of the time, I would advise you to shoot it as JPEG fine. Always have the quality as fine, JPEG fine. And if you want to shoot in RAW, you can always have RAW plus JPEG fine. You can always shoot in RAW plus JPEG fine. But JPEG fine alone also would do for most photographs. Then you have image size. The two most important things are image quality and image size. We have studied image quality. Now we move on to image size, where it is highlighted with a yellow. Press on it and you will get the sizes there. You get the large size, which is the maximum resolution the camera will offer, then the medium, then the small. These will vary depending upon the megapixel of your camera, but large, medium and small. Always keep it as large. I was always, if you are shooting with a 12 megapixel camera or a 16 megapixel camera, always keep it as large. Only if you are shooting with a 36 megapixel camera or above, you can go to medium or small. But I would advise large up to 16 megapixels, because even if you have to crop, you will have some pixel strength left. So large is always better for image size. In Canon, both the quality and size would be on the same window. In Nikon, it was different, two different programs. In Canon, it's the same. Here you have the quality is here, quality is fine and quality is normal, and this is the image size. L is the image size, large, medium, small 1, small 2, small 3, RAW plus large. So this is image quality. The first one here is the image quality. It is fine and large. So I would always prefer to shoot at large, again at fine and large, unless you want to shoot in RAW for any special occasion. Then you have, what you have to look for is the white balance. Initially, to start with, before when you are getting used to the camera, shoot with the auto white balance. It will give you almost perfect results. Okay. But once you learn how to study color, you know how to shoot in various conditions, then you can go to the white balance. Then you have the basic this here: incandescent light, fluorescent light, direct sunlight, flash, cloudy and shade. So you can put it to any of these, you can identify the conditions and set it to any of these for your shots. But auto white balance, again it depends on the camera. Some cameras give you excellent result in auto white balance, some don't. So if you are not getting consistent results in auto white balance, you go to one of these conditions, and later on, probably once you graduate a little more, then you can go on and set the Kelvin values, but we will not deal with it now. This one is enough. Now this one is for you to start shooting. If you can identify whatever lighting you are shooting at, set it there and you will get perfect shots. Set picture control is the next one which you have to study. Under the shooting menu, you come to the set picture control menu, where you have a standard, neutral, vivid, monochrome, portrait, landscape. Standard is good enough for most subjects, or even neutral. Vivid, use it when you are shooting flowers. It will give you a higher saturation. Monochrome when you want to shoot in black and white. Portrait will give you a nice skin tone, and landscape is when you are shooting with landscapes. But standard setting is sort of okay for almost all situations, unless of course probably you want better saturation, then you go to vivid. Then you have a very important, under the shooting menu, you have the ISO settings, where ISO sensitivity 400, you can set it to whatever ISO you want. It gives you a choice here from 100 to 320 ISO or even more. You can set it to whatever ISO you want. Then you have the auto ISO control also, where you put the ISO on auto. You put the ISO on auto, and when you put the ISO on auto, you can set the ISO setting. The maximum sensitivity you want could be 3200, and the minimum shutter speed you want to shoot at could be 1/500. So whatever settings you want, you can set it here for the ISO, and here you have the maximum sensitivity. Here, this is how you set it. Go to 3200 ISO, give it an OK, and minimum shutter speed, you go to 1/500 or whatever shutter speed you want to, and give it an OK. This is how you set your ISO settings. Now setup menu, this is a very critical part. It is format memory card. What happens when you format the memory card? All your images will get erased. All your images will get erased. You may not even be able to recover it in any software. Once you format the card, if you delete some images from the card using some software, you can get it back, but if you format the card, you will not be able to get back any images. But it will give you a warning. It will ask you, you go click on format memory card, then it will ask you whether you want to do it or not. Okay, to be on the safe side, it will ask you whether you want to do it or not. You say yes, then it will start to format.
So, remember to be careful before you format a memory card. All the choices that are available to you in the shooting menu, including white balance, image size, ISO settings, and many others, help to control the kind of pictures that you can make. Today's video marks the end of the learning of the camera and its working, the various modes available to us, and various camera controls. I urge you to apply all that you have learned so that with practice you become more skilled in taking photographs in different situations.